Well, more than 50 years ago, a tiny teacher in Iowa taught a huge lesson about racism in America.
And today, at the age of 86, she still travels the country to speak up for equality, and she doesn't mince her words.
Absolutely not. Tonight, we continue our month-long series, 400 Years, the Vestiges of Slavery in Cleveland, with activist Jane Elliott, in her own words.
If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
Watch what happens when you do to little white children for a day the same thing that we do to black children for a lifetime. Watch and see how these little white children respond to being treated unfairly on the basis of a physical characteristic over which they have absolutely no control.
I thought I wasn't a racist because I said I wasn't. And then I watched my third graders demonstrating all the behaviors and saying the words that they had learned from the significant adults in their environment. We've changed the way a couple of corporations run their business because their people have gone through the blue-eyed, brown-eyed exercise, and they're saying, we're not going to do that. We're not going to allow you to treat certain groups of people unfairly. I've been hit by a white male during the exercise, an adult white male. I've had a knife pulled on me. I've been threatened with death several times. There are lots of different color groups. There are 2,500 different skin colors on the face of the earth. Now, if you have time to make up 2,500 different names for racists, you've got too much time on your hands. You need to do something positive with your life, and the first thing you need to do is realize that there's only one race. It's the human race. God created the human race, one race, the human race. Human beings created racism. But when you say, I don't see color, that's a lie. And I know that anybody who says to me, I don't see color, I know they're lying. They're in the state of denial. Denial is not just a river in Egypt. It's what white people do all the time.
White people think that Black Lives Matter, that statement really bothers them because they think it means only Black Lives Matter. You can solve that problem by simply making signs that say Black Lives Matter too. Just add one more word to that sign instead of letting white people criticize you for saying something that they don't understand. Make it impossible for them to say, well, that means only Black Lives Matter.
It's probably really scary to think that any person of color has something to learn from me. Every black woman has forgotten more since breakfast than I will ever learn about racism. In the land of the free and the home of the brave, I'm free. Black women are brave. My heroes are black women because they keep on keeping on no matter what we do to them. Education can make the difference. If we really decide to educate, we'll turn this thing around in 2 generations. I don't have a single doubt in my mind about that. And we'd better.
She's preaching it. She's preaching it. She's speaking the truth. Education is such the key, and a lot of black youth don't have that opportunity. And I'm glad that she's speaking as a white woman, because it might help some people listen who may not have listened before.
Yeah. Jarring, uncomfortable for many, necessary for everyone.